Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Sophie B, and today I am going to do what I don't like to do. My least favorite thing about microlocks is retying my own hair. It really is a pain in the butt, but it's necessary. I think that one of these days I'm going to find someone to retie it for me just because it caused me a lot of shoulder discomfort to have to retie over 300, I think almost 400 microlocks. Here I am just retightening the roots. I'm doing my process, which is west to east, north to south, and then pinning it out of the way. I do a 2-point rotation. I do not do a 4-point rotation because I want, as my microlocks mature, that they have a little bit of a fullness to it. So the 4-point rotation will give you a tighter, much smaller microlock, and a 2-point rotation will give you hopefully a more fluffier look. So I found a hole in my microlock, and if you have that, it's not impossible to fix, just a pain in the butt to fix. So here my husband is just comforting me because he knows that I really don't like retightening my hair, but I gotta do it. We are going on vacation, so I am getting my hair ready for vacation. So to get rid of a hole in your microlock, if you have one, it's quite simple. It basically is just from doing the same rotation twice. You're going to take your microlock tool and you're basically just going to create a stitch in the opposite direction of the hole. So here is my son just comforting me. One thing I love about being a boy mom, I never knew this before because I come from a family of girls, but boys are so affectionate and loving and kind and tender. I think they get that from their dad. Maybe not all boys are this way, but my boys are very attentive to me and they can see that mommy is in quite distress to do her microlocks right now. And so I just appreciate my family so much for that. So I decided after doing all of this that being that my hair is going to be a protective style or quote unquote some boho braids for vacation. I don't really call that a protective style. It's a vacation style. I don't know if it protects the hair. I have decided that I'm not going to retie the back because no one's going to really see it. So this is the hair that I got from my local beauty supply store. It's kinky twist hair. I got it in 16-inch and 12-inch to create a layered effect. So I'll put the longer ones towards the back and the shorter ones toward the top just so it has like a nice voluminous layered look. This is what it looks like out the pack. I really like the little curly ends at the bottom. It really resembles natural 4C, 4A, 4B hair. And I also got these microlock synthetic extensions to do another style later on this year. For this summer, I'm going to do boho kinky braids. I think it's a cool style that will look really nice over my microlocks. I first started off by sectioning my hair, then I put it in single braids, approximately 60 braids. Then I used my extensions to braid over my microlocks, and these are the results. I absolutely love how this turned out and how easy it was to do. So I have one more section left to do. I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. I knew that I didn't want to use a crochet needle through my locks, so I decided to use this method instead in installing the hair, and it made it super easy to attach the synthetic hair to my microlocks that I had braided and to have them concealed inside. I first start by taking a strand of kinky synthetic hair and laying it across my microlock braid. Then I take another strand of kinky hair and lay it in the opposite direction like a T, and I'm going to make a slip knot. Then I'm going to just gently pull the hair in opposite directions to make sure the slip knot is tightly secured to the top of my microlocks. Now, if you don't know or can't really tell what I'm doing, just revisit the demonstration video I just showed you. Make sure to adjust the kinky hair so that all three lengths are on average the same size or same length. So you want to have your braid finished nicely towards the end. So once you have your sections separated, you want to make sure that your micro lock is concealed by some of the kinky hair and wrapped inside of the braid. Next, we're going to braid downward, making sure to conceal my micro locks within the braid. And as I'm braiding down, I'm just going to let a little piece of the hair out. This is going to give that boho look that we're looking for. We're just going to leave a strand out. And for each braid, I left about 2 to 3 strands out to give it that fluffier look. So now you just continue to braid, and don't forget to leave out another strand of hair. You can use clips to separate the hair from the braid. I decided to use my teeth because it just made it a lot easier and a lot faster for me to get through each braid. Once I passed my micro locks on the end of my hair, I switched from braiding to twisting. I did this to show a demarcation from where my hair ended, so that when it's time to take out the kinky hair, I can just cut where the twist and the braid meet, making it much easier to unravel each braid. One of the things I love about using kinky hair, it does not require hot water to set the style. You simply twist, twist, twist all the way to the end, and it will get really curly at the bottom, and you don't have to worry about any unraveling happening. So I'm just cleaning up the bottom with the scissors to make it a little bit more neat and to make each braid a little bit, uniform and the same length. So I'm just going to repeat these steps until I complete the remainder of my hair. If you want to have an easier takedown, I recommend braiding very loosely at the root. That way you can just slip each one off very easy when it's time to take down. So I am super pleased with the results of my labor. This is the first time trying this style. I had saw a video on social media a few months ago and I was like, oh, that's a cute idea to do the bohemian style twist or braids, but using kinky hair. And I wanted to use this hair specifically because it just creates a fluffy, rounder look. My face is oval, so I like to pick hairstyles that are more round to round my face instead of elongating it. And I feel like when I do wear my hair long and straight, it elongates the shape of my face. So I really wanted something round and voluminous that looked like an afro, but also incorporated twist to kind of still, have that lock appreciation there, but a cross between both worlds. So I'm super excited that it came out this good considering it's the first time I did it. So the style that I did, it's going to be super easy to take it out because I twisted the bottom. So I braided until the end of my micro lock. So when I'm ready to take out, I can just trim where the twist and the braid meets, because I know that my micro lock is braided, not twisted. So I would just clip here and then begin to unravel. And I try to braid as loose as possible. One of the things I love about bohemian hairstyles is it can be a little bit messy, because that's kind of the style. So I was able to kind of go through this hairstyle relatively quickly. Of course, I had to stop and attend to my home and my children, but I was able to crank out this hairstyle relatively quickly because I didn't have to make it super neat. I didn't want it to be tight or super uniformed. I wanted it to be very organic looking, and I think I achieved that. So this is what the front looks like. In the back. So I also will be bringing this scrunchie and other scrunchies like it on my trip, so that if I want to put my hair up, I can. So I will show you that later, how it looks styled up in other styles. So we went to Burlington recently. I'm type A, so my stuff has pretty much already been packed for a couple weeks now before our departure. My husband likes to wait to the last minute, a few days prior to leaving, to get the things he needs. So I helped him pick out, because he needed some pants that fit. These cargo pants. I really like this style. It kind of looks a little bit like a faux leather, but the material, it looks like it's nylon. So we got him these cargo stitched pants. They look very cool, also super modern. And what I love about my husband, his waist and my waist are the same size. So sometimes if I'm lucky, he'll let me wear his clothes around the house if I want to, but it's usually like his leisure clothes that I like to wear to bed. So we also got him these pants, and I'm not really into brands per se. I'm more so into a style. So if something looks good, I could care less what the brand is. If the brand is cool and it also looks good and it's also affordable, that's a win. But for me, it's less about the brand of the item and more about the style. So this pants is WXYZ, Los Angeles. I've never heard of it, but I believe that these two items are the same brand. Nope, actually they're not. This one is Modern Stitch Collection. So they're different, but they kind of have a similar vibe with the cargo, the little drawstrings, with the pockets. It's very Y2K-esque. So I love these pants. I may have to steal them off my husband when he's tired of wearing them. I really, really like these. I actually kind of have a pair of pants like this, but it's tapered at the bottom. It's a pair of joggers, and it doesn't have pockets. So I like this a little bit better. This outfit for my oldest son. He is quite big for his age and growing very fast. My son is like, they have different percentiles for your age and your weight and your height, and he's at the very top. So he's probably bigger and taller than 90% of the kids his age. So most people mistake him for an older child because he is always been big. He was a 9-pound baby. He's been big since birth. Definitely coming from the ancestors, because I am not tall. My husband is about average, or a little bit taller than average. So the two of us were not extremely tall, but my son, he's gotten it from the ancestors. He's going to be tall. My grandmother was tall. My mother-in-law, she's tall. So we got him this Kenneth Cole outfit. It was a steal. It was just $12. It comes with 2 shirts and some joggers. My main thing was he needs some joggers that fit because he's growing so fast. And so this is a little bit taller than he is, but I figured he'll be able to grow into these. So I really, really like this item. I love that it's Kenneth Cole. I love that it's stylish. Even if it wasn't Kenneth Cole, I would get it. 2 shirts and some cargo pants, some joggers for $12. That's a steal. Now I'm just going to show you a few other items that we got for our travel that I feel like are essential when traveling. You want to make sure you have those essential things for your family. So this is what the headband looks like. It has a part in the back that is kind of cinched. You probably like wear it like that, or with the cinched part in the front like this. I think I prefer it the other way. I'm bringing the headbands in case if I want to put my hair up at the beach when we're out and about hiking, I can. So I'm going to make sure I have my handy dandy scrunchie. I'll probably do some half up, half down styles. Maybe some space buns. My hair right now is a little stiff because I just did it. So as the days go by and the weeks go by, it should be less stiff. So I'll probably keep this in for, depending on how they hold up in humidity, I'll probably keep these in for anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. I also have to make sure that I bring my headscarf, my silk scarf, and my bonnet. This is super important to make sure my hair stays looking nice and lint free. So my headscarf and my bonnet I'm going to bring. The last thing I have to do is I'm going to do my nails myself. I figured I could go to the salon and spend upwards of about $80 to get a gel set, or I could do it myself. So I got some press-on nails that I'm going to style myself with. It's called Builder Gel, which gives it like this gel acrylic look. So I'm going to show you guys that. And then I have to braid my boys' hair. I like to braid their hair right before we leave, just so it can stay as neat as possible. My husband already got a haircut and is looking so fine with his haircut. I love a fresh cut. So I got a pack of over 200 plus cat eye nails. They come in lavender, like an aqua blue, neon green, pink, red, and like this yellowish color. But I really like it. I hope that it looks good on me. I love when I can get a set of nails like these. They usually last a couple years, honestly. And lately I don't do my nails as often, so a pack could last about 5 years if you get a pack of 200. So this is some nail glue. This is the Builder Gel that creates that final gel look. I already have a UV light because I used to be really big into doing my nails prior. And then I got an assortment of these tropical press-ons. I'll probably put this on my ring fingers, but just different like flowers and shell shapes. It's really cute. And all of these items together costs me less than 20 bucks. So I'm saving myself $60 by doing it myself instead of going to nail salon. Plus, sometimes people at the nail salon, they can be a little bit disrespectful to Black patronage, even though we are the ones who pretty much really support their business. They tend to be a little bit shady. So I'm going to keep my peace, do it myself, and save my money.
Airport, Jamaica, where the local time is 8:34 p.m. We're about